Hey guys, this is Guy from iTennis HQ, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the most difficult parts of the tennis game, which is the return of serve. Now, whether you're playing at the club level, professionally, in college, returning serves can be extremely frustrating, especially if you're playing big servers. Now, when I played in college, I struggled a lot returning serves, especially when I was playing the big guys who were popping aces. And I would just have to walk to the other side of the court. They would pop another ace. I would just have to walk to the other side of the court. And myself being relatively short, that put a lot of pressure in my own serve. So every time I was serving, I would think, man, I won't be able to break this guy. I need to make sure I hold my serves. And, that didn't help my returns that much. So personally, I struggle a lot with returning serves. When you're playing big guys, you feel like you're getting ace all the time. You feel like you can't ever get into a groove. You may feel like the games are going by quickly and, next thing you know, the game's over and you were never able to do anything about it. But that's actually not true. I personally struggle with returning serves a lot, but once a coach told me this one tip, an extremely simple tip that doesn't require you to change your technique, doesn't require you to get some new equipment, doesn't require you to grow a couple inches. My return game completely changed and I was able to break guys 3 times more often as I used to. And today I'm going to be sharing that tip with you. So the first thing you need to understand is, what do big servers like? They just don't want to think about their serves. They want to get to the line, pop their aces, and move on to their return game as soon as possible. So once you're able to make them think, make them hesitate, you're going to be able to break them a lot more frequently. Even if you're not a big server and you think about days when you were serving particularly well, you're probably going to remember that you felt like you were in this autopilot mode. You were just getting to the line, serving well, moving on to the next point, and you get a nice groove feeling. And you need to put into your head that that's how the big servers feel like, and they do not want to interrupt it. So now that you understand what big servers don't like, what do you need to do? You need to start making them think. And once they start thinking, they're going to become hesitant, their muscles might tighten up, they might start paying attention to their toss, which is going to cause them to start missing a lot more serves. And that will give you an opportunity to start attacking the returns, playing more points, and putting a lot more pressure, which eventually will end up in you breaking their serves a lot more often. So now, how do you make them think? And this is the most important part of this video. If you're just standing in the baseline in the same spot over and over, these guys, these big servers, they're gonna become very comfortable hitting aces all the time. So what you can do, and this is 100% within your control, is you need to be moving around the court before the server hits their serves. So for instance, if you're just standing in the middle of the court, you can take a couple steps to the right and just stand there. And at first, you might look kind of stupid because that's going to give them a lot of court to hit aces. But in the long run, that's going to make them start thinking. They're going to be hesitating. Oh, I need to hit a serve there, otherwise he'll get to it. And in the long run, this is going to pay off. I am promising you. You can start changing around. One game you stand a couple feet to the right, another game you stand a couple feet to the left. Then next game you might move forward a little bit. Next game you might move backwards. You can see how it goes. You just play by ear. And this will cause your opponent to start thinking before they serve. And that's exactly what you want. So after you start doing that, you're going to start noticing a lot more patterns, and you're going to start predicting when they're going to hit double faults. You see your windows of opportunity showing up. And this is a complete game changer, and it's actually kind of funny because it will pay off, and it's extremely simple. It's part of the game, it's not unethical, and I strongly suggest that you follow this tip. And now I'm going to show you a little bit of how this can be done in practice. We're going to analyze the match of one of our co-founders, Carousel, when he was playing a big server, Christopher Eubanks. The guy was just popping aces, and as you be able to see, Carew adjusted very well, and he waited for the serves in different places of the court, and that eventually led to him winning the match. Alright guys, so this match was played in the finals of a professional tournament, and Christopher Eubanks is currently ranked among the top 250 players in the world, but at some point he was ranked among the top 150. So if this tip worked against him, I'm sure it will work at a club level, a college level, or whatever level you're playing at. And as you can see, he's definitely the type of guy that can pop some big serves. As you can see, at the start of the match, Carew is waiting for the serve at a pretty neutral position, which is, where he would normally wait to return any serve. But Eubanks is feeling pretty comfortable at this spot, and he's just hitting a lot of aces all around. Now, if Carew followed our tip, he would have the option to take a few steps left, right, back, or forward, which would cause Eubanks to start thinking about his serve. In this point, you notice that Carew tried something different. He moved back a couple feet. Let's see how that plays out. While it didn't work straight away, look at what happens in this point. Eubanks hits a double fault, which shows that he's starting to think about his serve and becoming a little bit more hesitant. Now let's see how Carew uses this tip more and more often throughout the match, which eventually leads to him breaking Eubanks. Here he is, returning a few steps back behind the baseline, getting a kind of a lucky winner. Now 2 points later, he's inside the baseline. Wins yet another point. Finally, when breakpoint comes, there he is, returning inside the baseline again. Returns a great shot, and finally gets the break. So that's it for today's tip, guys. If you try it out, I really think this is going to change the way you return serves. And we'd love to hear back from you. Let us know how it went in the comment section below. And if you want to support us, just make sure you click the subscribe button below, and we really appreciate that.